Hello everybody, I'm back again. This is the part 2 of the series named How to Reaccess Your Chess by Silman. In this part 2, I'm gonna explain you different types of principles associated with types of imbalances. If you don't know types of imbalances, you can watch the part 1 of the series by me on my YouTube channel, Back to Chess 26. So let's roll into this video and show you the first critical diagram. This is the first critical diagram. Okay, you can see the different kinds of imbalances to evaluate the position first. So the first thing I can see here is we have double rook and huge control over this file, and it's white to move. So black cannot play this move and try to trade all the pieces because he has a lot of weaknesses. So I just told you a rule that never ever trade pieces. Like we have, if it's forced, we have to trade, but never ever trade pieces when opponent has a lot of weaknesses and no tactical counterplay. Okay, it depends on the solution, the situation, but normally it is not good to trade material when opponent has a lot of weaknesses. In this case, a7 and c7 are very weak. And another thing we notice is it's our turn to move, so we can stop the idea of rook here. So, but now I want to know why to stop that idea. I just told you that it's important to stop this idea because there's a lot of weaknesses and he want to trade. So that's the reason why a very good move was played, bishop c6, stopping the only counterplay of the black pieces. And this was played saying I will png to my bishop, and he says I'm fine and attacking this weakness. But let's see what happened in the game. Queen f3 was played. Okay, bishop back was played. Okay, now simply rook here was played. That's it, and this was completely done for. Now you think of a move for black. What will black do? You might think of this move, but this we just trade, and this is hanging. So in the game he went for this line, but another line is queen here. I would take, and can you guess the move what was played here? Okay, if you think about this move, you are pretty much wrong. Okay, it's very wrong move because after king here, rook here, king here, rook here, we cannot attack this pawn anymore. Like how can we attack? This rook is not doing much, and it cannot do much actually. Like if you try this, we will never come over this square at all. If you cannot gain this square, you cannot attack anything. So that's the reason why rook here was played. So when you have a plan, always look at it if it's possible or not. Do not go for the plan that's not even possible. Like calculation is important to complete our plans in any game, chess game position. Like here. And now look, now we can do this and this. Like this was played, and this, and now was that's it. And black doesn't have anything. So let's go to the next diagram. And this one is about minor pieces. I'm giving you a hint. Try to pause the video and come up with a good move or solution. So if you don't know the concept of maneuvering in chess, you are not familiar with this concept, you might not have found the solution. So what is this concept? This concept is taking your knight to the most active square. So I told you a rule in the previous video. When knight is closer to your camp, it is usually considered as a bad piece and with no future. So how can you bring the knight in the center? This is basically the principle of maneuvering, bringing the piece from one place to another. So how can you bring the knights in the center or the closer to the enemy territory. So steps for this usually is to look at the moves. So what I like to do is I usually like to see the square which is very juicy and where my knight can go, and then I look at it, how can my knight go to this square. Then I see like this, first square, second square, and third square, and then I do this. Okay, like look at this, I also made the arrows for the clear illustration. So rook fe8 was played, knight f4 was played to get in the center, as I told you. So bishop f8, knight e6. They were scared about this pawn because, yeah, okay. So this was played, and g5 was played, f cross, rook cross, rook e7, and rook g1, or queen e8, queen h5. Oh, sorry, queen g4. Queen h5 was a digital board error. Okay, queen f7, and one brilliancy. So idea of this was simply to take with the pawn, and he cannot do anything because if he goes here, this is mate. This is very brutal. He have to give the queen, and that's it. So this was the diagram about having your pieces in the center. Means like having your knight in the opponent's camp will become more active. Okay, like here, if you think this is a mistake, like engine is different, it is built different. You might be looking at a more simplified or more faster way to win, not simplified, faster way to win, but we are looking for the simplified version. So rook here was split, and rook here, that I told you. Like it is just about when you have an active piece, just attack the weakness, which I told in the first video. Like white brought all his pieces to attack the king and the pieces. Okay, this sacrifice was very critical idea. It is just pure pattern recognition. That's or not. So yeah, here was this was very critical idea. This is pure pattern recognition. You should solve different types of tactics all day, at least 1 hour a day. So this is the another critical diagram. Here, can you guess the best move? Like if you can guess the best move, it's good, but can you tell the reason why you played that move? Okay, the best move here is bishop c5 and queen cross c5. How it makes sense to you, just tell me. Just tell me in the chat of this video. I would really like the people to share their information with me. So in the game, they played knight h4 as he wants to create an attack. The white pieces were thinking like, I will bring the queen in, like I will try to create some attack and counter punch. Maybe my idea is also f4. That's what he said to the black pieces. Like f4 here is not even possible, but the white simply wanted to the gain of this square and kind of fork him. He could have played bishop back. I don't know why this was not played. Okay, but in the game he blundered by playing this move. Okay, so after this we took, and you might say, what's the difference, mister? Difference is, in this case we can bring our knight in the center. Like if it takes, you know already, this is a very cheap trick if you solve a lot of tactics. And another thing, if they do this, which is the best move according to the engine, we can just bring our knight in. And how you are saying, like I'm counting the amount of pieces controlling this square. It is 1, 2, 3, and I have only 1 and 2. How it's right? It's right because of a tactical because of a tactic, basically. Like after pawn takes, knight take, we can sacrifice the rook, and after rook takes, we can simply check him. Due to this tactic, it is only possible due to this tactic. So it is just telling us about that knight can stand on his house or the enemy camp due to tactical reasons also. In this case, which is shown very accurately. So knight here was split. Can you guess the best move here? It is very hard to spot. It is bishop takes, and we cannot take the pawn back. We have to play knight back. Because if we take the pawn back with the knight, we can have just rook sacrifice. So it is also a very good thing knowing your opponent resources. So it just tells about the knowing the opponent resources. Do not play autopilot move without understanding the opponent ideas and consequences of the move. Okay, so never play the move when without calculating and getting scared. In this case, black got scared, which makes genuine sense. Okay, because he has no time on his clock. Okay, that's the reason why. So it just tells about like always try to calculate at the end of the line. And another thing it wants to convey is knight can sit in the center due to tactical reasons. And at last, never play the move at autopilot. Always calculate the consequences and the ideas of the opponent pieces. Let's go to the next diagram. This is the last diagram. So this is a tactical diagram. You can try to solve this diagram and give the solution in the chat. I'm gonna give you 2 hints and then we are gonna end the video. So the hint number 1 is it is about pressure. It is about pressure on one thing, like one piece or one square. You have seen a lot of chess videos. Commentators usually says black has clear pressure in this position. Like this is a weakness. There might be some sacrificing coming up. So I also give you a hint that it's a sacrificing. It's a sacrificial puzzle. That's it. So Tata, see you, bye bye, and do not forget to give the answer in the chat. See ya.